Cinema Worms.
Discussing everything from Grima Wormtongue to the Shy Halib. I am so excited.
I'm bringing the energy of the girl in the film.
Oh my god, okay.
That's how I feel today.
Thanks, I'll never sleep again. Thank you very much. I am so excited today that we're going to be talking about Obsession, which we saw a few nights ago. We have slept since, but fitfully. Written and directed by Curry Barker. I am legally obliged to tell you that he was born in 1999, because if I have to suffer, we all do. He was part of internet sketch comedy duo That's a Bad Idea. Great tagline for this film, alongside Cooper Tomlinson, who plays the main character's best friend Ian in this film. Now, you have probably heard of the phrase manic pixie dream girl, right? Yeah. So this is like a hipster hottie who swans into your soft indie boy life and changes it, maybe for a while, maybe forever. She's not like the other girls. She's a cool girl, but importantly, she's a weird girl. So she's accessible. You can get her, but she's also hot at the same time. The weirdness makes her accessible and allowable for you. Anyway, for a given acceptable value of weird. She's not like a dork. That would be uncool. So we're thinking like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Garden State, 500 Days of Summer, Manic Pixie Dream Girl. We all know what that means, okay? Now, please understand then, with that definition, what I mean when I say that Obsession contains a manic gremlin nightmare girl.
Did you get that off Reddit?
Maybe. But it is true. It is true.
That's a good one.
It's her mirror image, and
I like it.
It frightens me. So, in Obsession, we follow Baron, who is almost exclusively referred to as Bear, which angered me so much that I can't tell you. I was like, is his name Bear or Baron? Why are we pronouncing it Baron if it's Baron? Anyway, he is part of this foursome of friends who are otherwise comprised of Ian, as we mentioned before, Nikki, and Sarah. They all work together at like a musical instrument store, and they like to go to trivia nights together. They are a foursome, and Bear is in love with Nikki, who is played by Indy Navarrete, but he hasn't been able to pluck up the courage to tell her how he feels or ask her out. He repeatedly just fumbles attempts to do this in the film. So Nikki decides to quit her job at the store, and Bear decides he's going to get her like a parting gift as a way of sort of showing what she means to him. And he goes to his local witchy store. Is there a better word for this?
It's a wellness center. No, I know it's some sort of witchy
isn't
store.
Isn't that a spa?
I actually wrote a scene that I've deleted from a novel I'm working on that was set in a store that was almost exactly like this.
Nice.
So maybe I need to put that scene back in.
It's
witch vibes.
Yeah.
It's giving seance. It's giving zodiac signs.
Do you know what? It is one of those shops that like you can smell it the second you see it in your head. You're like, it's full incense and patchouli. So anyway, Bear goes in here. He's like, I'm gonna get her something really good, like a necklace made of crystals or something, so that I can show her.
Because hers broke.
Because hers broke.
Spoiler.
I mean, it happens in the first 2 minutes. And he's like, I'll get her a really good gift. But instead, he comes across this thing called a one-wish willow. And it's a weird little stick, and when you snap it, whatever you wish for, everyone gets one wish. It comes true. It's funny you mentioned Reddit, because at one point he does check things on Reddit. But the one wish willow grants a single wish, and of course Bear's wish is for Nikki to love him more than anyone else in the world. And don't do it, you idiot horny boy, we all wanted to scream. This can only end so badly. And of course the fun begins because Nikki immediately starts acting differently. I thought this film was a ton of fun. Navarrete is the absolute standout here, going from regular girl who seems like a little off to fully off the deep end, so deep she's in the Marianas Trench. Her mood swings are explosive and terrifying, and the film just keeps ramping up until we were literally cringing in our seats. I think like if the guy who was on the other side of me could have actually fully merged through and emerged out of the back of his seat, I think he would have done so. He was like this a lot of the time. Tell me your thoughts on Obsession.
Yes, I
Tell
thought
me everything.
It was a lot of fun as well. really it's just quite immaculate. You said it was only made for like $1 million or something
Under
in
$1
20
million,
days.
and they only had 20 days to shoot, which
Mm.
is crazy when you consider what it's not. His last film, Milk and Cereal, was mainly found footage. So he actually had a budget and I think they made it for like $800. They had a budget for this one, but a very tight timeline. It's crazy to see what he pulled off in that timeline. Fantastic work.
Yeah, for a youthful
Mm-hmm.
filmmaker. Um, and maybe it's an idea where it seems maybe straightforward at first, but they do it with such panache, with such style,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that it feels fun and entirely inventive,
Mm-hmm.
actually, just from like the styling, the way you're having the gremlin girl, sort of the dream girl turned into a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
The aesthetic of it's modern, but it has a retro feel. It's very just, it's a gorgeous cinematography,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a combination of humor and terror, and it's very full on, though. There's like an absurdity to it
Yeah.
at times. It's very strange, very ugh, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
It's
feel.
repulsive at times as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
and the
yeah,
things
yeah.
that it does, but it feels like a very overwhelming film. Like the stress that Bear goes through was really mimicked in the audience around us. A lot of people were cowering in their seats, and every time she had another explosive kind of temper tantrum, we everyone was kind of like, you could see the shoulder. We were all turtling away from her, but she's just, even when she's not doing something actively horrific, she is still really terrifying. You know, at any moment anything could set her off. And there's no way to know as well. So I felt like it was a little bit predictable at times for me, just because I'm really good at predicting where things are going. But it did manage to surprise me a little bit, because there were times when I thought I know what's happening, and they either delayed it or they just put it off a bit longer than I thought they would, and that was kind of neat, because the longer you drag something out, the more we all know something's going to happen, but we just don't know when. And it mimics like the unpredictability of Nicky's character as well. Like, he knows bad things are happening and they will continue to happen, but he just seems to feel like if he just sort of finds the right combination of words or actions or whatever, he can get a hold on it. He can actually manage to ride the crazy train that he has completely unleashed. And he's just always desperately trying to find the right combination of things to say and do to get a hold of the situation without realizing, I don't think there really
Like,
is one necessarily.
yeah, because he was obsessed with this girl, and now she's obsessed with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he really would like it to work
Exactly.
out, but it's really not. It
And
ain't right.
do you remember, like, there's a moment where I don't think this is much of a spoiler, because I think it'd be, you would do this after he calls the helpline quite early on the One Wish Willow packet. That is the director Curry Barker's voice on the helpline. The
Oh,
guy,
that's so good.
yeah,
That was a funny
it was
part,
really
amongst
funny.
other funny
He
parts.
was very kind of deadpan, so it's nice that he actually, because it's nice when you actually see the director do a little cameo in the film. So yeah, it made me think of Weapons in a way. Like, it's obviously a lower
Yeah.
key, lower budget Weapons, but it's the same kind of interesting. Hey, Zach Cregger came up doing comedy skits as well, and it really, like, it gives them this kind of this hunger to do something. And also, if you're doing comedy sketches, you have to be quite tight with it. You have to land the punchline in a short amount of time. It feels like they're bringing that same energy to these scenes and making sure, like, whatever it is, it's tight and it's like all self-contained. Everything is linked together like beads on this necklace to kind of give you the full story, but everything works in itself. um it was really, I really enjoyed. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, because the last horror film we saw, I didn't really enjoy it that much. I was a little worried that I wasn't feeling it, but I really enjoyed this one. So, anything else, any other fun moments that you want to talk about there, or any
That's
thoughts?
great. I think that the
Yeah.
trailer didn't give away too much, so that's a good way to go into
Mm-hmm.
it. You're in for a full on, stylish, and surreal ride.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And it's pretty gross in a lot of parts.
I do have a question. So I've seen people saying, her performance has been really standout. Do you think it is Oscar worthy?
Sure, anything is Oscar worthy.
But in
The
your
Oscars
opinion,
would be giving people Oscars for the most overrated performances. But
hot
no,
takes here. in the Cineworms household.
Yeah, no, I've had problems with the Oscars forever. But yeah. It's okay. So the character, I did explain the one thing is they chose to tell the story in one way, where she goes from this like actual human to like a complete full on demon. So it's a really intense flip. It's very like borderline flipping of mood, demonic. It's frightening. So she's bringing all of that energy. It's so up and down. She commits to that completely. You have to really, really commit. She's so committed. So I do think it could be Oscar worthy.
Do you think it kind of rivals Amy Madigan's role in Weapons? It's like someone you were genuinely really afraid of.
Yeah, they're completely different.
Not a villain, but as an antagonist, I guess.
In a way, she's completely while the Amy Madigan character is like in control, this one is completely out of control and unhinged.
That's a really good point.
So yeah, it is. One thing is, it could have been cool to see a version of the story where it's more of a slow escalation and there's more of a gray area, but that's not what they were going for. They're going more for this is horrible and I can't look away.
Yes, I agree. Like, I would have liked a little bit of a slower ramp up, but I do really like the film. It's probably going to be one of my top for this year. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to see what Curry Barker does next. So, yeah.
Hello, darlings. We're here to talk about Billie Eilish. Hit me hard and soft.
Since when
the tour.
Edna from The Incredibles. No
Live
kips.
in 3D.
No kips.
What's that? What are you even doing?
What?
Oh yeah, the one with the glasses.
Yes.
That makes sense. So we're going to be discussing something that we saw based on your suggestion.
Yes.
And I was like neutral. I was like, I don't know. Sure. And it was a lot of fun.
Come on, it's Billie Eilish.
Yeah, this is actually Billie Eilish's third concert film. Her 7th tour, her third concert film. She had a couple come out 2021 and 2023. This was created with James Cameron, the James Cameron.
Actual James Cameron.
And Billie Eilish.
By the way, I can never hear James Cameron without wanting to make all those jokes in my head from Future Man.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
director James Cameron.
Amazing director and legendary guy, James Cameron.
Yes.
Black belt and everything. It was also 3D, which is pretty neat.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
So this is basically what was the venue? It was
Manchester.
It was Manchester Co-op Live. Okay, so this place is freaking huge.
Yeah.
So it's just epic in scale. The film starts with the setup of the stage. You're setting up this enormous stage in this huge arena with a really central, like she's in the middle of like a huge group of people on the ground and then in the stands. She has this like glass box that's set up that's going to bring her down. The lights are all coordinated and stark. It is full spectacle. That's I think what's so fascinating about this film is the spectacle of it all. And James Cameron knows how to pull off spectacle.
Yeah.
And essentially, like, you go from backstage moments that are, I wouldn't say they're like searingly intimate and hard edged, but they're nice. They just feel like we're with Billie Eilish as like an artist, as a person, and then these grand moments on the stage. So you probably know from the way Billie Eilish is like her style is not one where she's bringing a bunch of like backup dancers, and it's a super highly coordinated show, but it is coordinated in this really interesting way where she knows how to move on the stage. She knows how to take up space.
My God,
she knows what she's doing.
She moves so much.
Right?
She has the knees of a young person running around on the stage there.
Yeah. And I think what's fascinating about this film is like just seeing how much Billie Eilish's fans are obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Connect with her and the artistry that she's bringing, right? Like she's someone who just connects with young people at a really emotional level because she's super cool, right? And she's an amazing singer, but she has a certain like edgy alternativeness and emotionality to her artistry and to her music that her fans are really moved by. And seeing her fans, her teenage fans, like melting down to witness her is part of the appeal of this film. Like you feel like you're with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, hit me hard and soft. I really like that as a description because that's what it really feels like what the concert was. But before I finish off, like what are your thoughts on this film?
Oh yeah, I thought it was incredible. I really like what you said about um the fans as well. So we were in a screening. It wasn't super busy
Oh
or
yeah.
anything, but a bunch of the younger ones came from all the way back at the cinema and were dancing at the front and towards the end, and it was just so cute to see that they were having like the greatest time. Everybody was applauding after every song. It just like felt like almost like we were there. It was a little private showing of this thing. No, I loved it. I mean, she played all of my favorites. Bury a Friend, When the Party's Over, Lunch. She just seems like a really decent person. She's going out of her way to like wave at fans who have been camped out in front of the arena and like later she's like going past in the car, she's making sure she waves them, she's like, you know, instagramming like stuff so that they know that she can see them, and then she's waving. She's just like very cool, and like I agree with what you said, she is a cool kid, but she's accessible in a way as well. Like you can tell that she actually really appreciates her fans and stuff, and she's just really like, she just seems nice. I mean, if Billie Eilish has no fans, it is because I am dead. So I don't know if I was that committed before I saw the film, but now I'm like, okay, I would die for this girl. Okay.
Yeah, we were obsessed with her after too.
Yeah, bless her heart. Like she's real cute. And yeah, as you say, the spectacle of it, the performance of it. Now you know that I want to talk about that because of my PhD, but I'm not going to go into the Latin roots of the word spectacle. But a spectacle is inherently about creating something in a specific and organized way in order to make people look at it. And you can tell that she does everything and she kind of plans everything. She's talking in this film about how she wants certain colors to be played during certain songs. She's very involved in like the construction of the stage. She does her own hair and makeup in this film, which was nuts to see. And as you say, she's no backup dancer. She's just there by herself. Even like she has two backup singers that come on occasionally for her, but like there's no dances. She's fully covered in like multiple layers of clothing. She kind of looks like a Beastie Boy at Halloween. Like I love the fact that she's not leaning into this like, I have to do it the way that other singers have done this. I don't have to go for this like and no shade to them necessarily, but she just wanted to do something different. She wanted to bring more of a grunge element and like more of a kind of like goth kid vibe to it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
She's not like a Zara Larson. She's not like, you know, that kind of person who would come out and do like a bunch of really high energy
She's not
dances.
Mother Mary.
She's not, I mean, no. But I could see her becoming Mother Mary at some point maybe. There's a certain themes going on in her songs as well that I really like. And yeah, it was just a really fun time. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun as we did. It was absolutely vibe. It was kind of early in the day as well, and we were just like, damn, this is really fun. We should do this more often. Yeah. And of course, it might have been quite expensive to go and actually see her. Ticket prices being what they are with bands now.
Also, do we really want to camp out with like 10 billion teenagers who are sobbing throughout, which you see a lot of as well?
I mean, no, that doesn't sound like my ideal time, sobbing teenagers.
But hey, if you're watching this, we get it. Like, we know why you're obsessed with Billie, and her music is deeply emotional, yet daring and playful. Like, she's just a very like modern type of musician. She's still so young. It's wild. She's been famous for so long.
She is, but at the same time, yeah, she's done a lot, and she just seems still very real, very grounded with it. We get to see her, you know, with Phineas a little bit as well, and it's just, you know, they kind of came up together doing this. This is, as she says in the film, like this is the first time she's been on tour by herself, really. And it was like her kind of standing on her own, but it's crazy because she is such a massive star. You would think she would have a whole entourage, but she's not. She's just a girl doing it by herself. Good for her. She's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I recommend you see it. Bye.